Hey everybody, welcome in. My name is Sean Wiedl, here with a couple quick hits with the New York Jets. Just a quick background, I'm a huge Jets fan, huge Knicks fan, super stoked on the championship from the New York Knicks. Decided I'm going to start making some videos just like this one, mostly talking about the Jets. The Jets are my first one, true love, one and true love when it comes to sports teams. The Knicks are my number two team, but I want to focus on talking about the Jets. So right here, I got five quick hits on what's going on with the Jets right now. Now we are in June, the middle of June, so not too much going on in the football world, but thought I'd just make a quick video, kind of talking about what I see. The Jets are in mini camp right now, so there's a little bit going on that we can go over. So first place I really wanted to start at was what the Jets are saying about looking at the Knicks, because my whole life watching my favorite sports teams, it's been tough. The Knicks and Jets. I mean, it's been a struggle. The Jets were good 2009, 2010. Then just after that, we've been horrible 15 straight years without the playoffs. The opposite side of that, the Knicks got okay with Carmelo Anthony, but we never went anywhere in the playoffs. And then I've stuck with them the whole way. And obviously, we had some down years. That 17-win season, everything just seemed like we couldn't get anything right through those years, trading away Porzingis. To come out on the other side with the Knicks championship and building it the right way and putting trust in the right people to lead the organization, and do what's necessary to bring that championship to New York. I'm hopeful that it can happen for our Jets too. The Knicks were just not that long ago, 5, 6 years ago, looked at as a bottom of the barrel team. So hopefully the Jets can kind of turn it around and get off this laughing stock. I mean, it's been crazy the last 15 years. So, yeah, really want to start with drawing inspiration from these Knicks. So, hopefully the Jets can take a look and say, yeah, that's something that we can do. We can turn this around. And it takes, having professionals in the building. You hear it all the time from Jets content creators right now. You know, they all say the same thing, which is, oh, you got adults in the building. When it comes to filling these holes with older free agents, having Frank Reich in the building, different people like that. So hopefully we are building it the right way and getting there, putting our trust in AG to get this done for us. So I did see Aaron Glenn had some quotes about the Knicks showing competitive stamina. He wants to build that same mentality. Brees Hall said he was jealous, thinking he wants the Jets to do it too. So, hopefully this gives them a little bit of that New York grit to them, where when we're down by 2, 3 touchdowns, it's not the avalanche that it usually is for the Jets, right? We can come out the other side and score a couple in a row and have that belief that we can get back into the game. And maybe that can transcend sports and get the Jets acting more like the Knicks. That'd be great for us. So that's the first thing I wanted to touch on. Now that mini camp's underway, and staying with the positive vibes, Frank Reich has just been complimenting Geno Smith like crazy. So I figured I would kind of touch on that and see. This quote really stuck out to me. He said, "It's hard for me right now to not be overly effusive with praise. His preparation is top notch. His football mind is elite. The way he's communicating in the huddle and at the line." So, he says it's hard not to be overly effusive, and then he goes ahead and does it anyway. But yeah, Reich seems stoked with Geno. It seems like he's obviously looked sharp so far in minicamp. This is all fluff in the off season, but you gotta like what you hear. And then hopefully he's just building that chemistry up with Garrett. Need Garrett to have a good quarterback. Yeah, he's been through too much. And then Adonai Mitchell, there's a lot of hype about Geno Smith and Adonai Mitchell kind of being good business partners out on the field there, and kind of complementing each other's game. I hope that that's the case. I hope we have a 6'3" burner on the team that can line up opposite Garrett, let Omar Cooper get in the slot, let Garrett get in the slot. This could be an exciting offense if Geno actually shows up and does what we think he's capable of doing. We saw it a couple of years in Seattle, but obviously a tough year last year. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But Reich is pumped. That's good for us. Now it's just we'll see with Gino. And obviously, we're all eyes on Klubnik, maybe Sorsby, some sort of future. But I think it's a good approach for Jets fans, the Jets themselves, obviously, but for Jets fans to sit back and say, hey, let's stop chasing the savior. Let's stop looking for this, you know, young kid that we get this way or that way. Let's keep our chips on the table with Gino and see what we have and in all the rest of our young talent and keeping it in the back of your mind that you got 3 first round picks next year. The Colts hopefully aren't going to win that many games. Apologies to their fans, but we're hoping that them and then maybe the Packers, whoever, Packers, Cowboys, hopefully one of these teams can get a worse pick than us. That'd be my hope. I mean, I know a lot of Jets fans are like, let's just tank, make sure we can get who we want. Um, I'd rather win, man. The older you get with this, I'm 34 years old. The older you get with it, year after year, it's like, all right, time to just focus on the here and now instead of kicking the can down the road and thinking it's all going to work out that way. Um, winners are born through the work. Going through the motions and putting in the effort. It's not some you know keeping this like fairy tale potential in your head and kicking the can down the road is not helpful to me. So yeah, cool that Reich is pumped about Gino, and hopefully he can build that chemistry with the wide receiver core, and we can actually have a legitimate offense this next year, which we're not too familiar with in Jets land. Now, number 3, the next thing I want to touch on here, Joe Tippmann extension. I know this is kind of old news at this point, but he did sign a 4-year, $66.4 million extension with $34.9 million guaranteed. So he's basically locked in for 2 years. That's awesome. 25 years old. This kind of stabilizes the inside of our line a little bit. And it rewards a guy who's played well. He's not been a superstar by any means, but he's got that, toughness, that little bit of, dirtiness to him where people don't want to mess with him. He's that classic offensive lineman. Hopefully he's just going to keep getting better into his late 20s. And then this will look like a steal if that's the case. But I like investing in the trenches, especially with Gino. Last year, you saw Gino can't really hold up behind a bad offensive line. So having our bookend tackles and Joe Tippmann locked up for the near future here, looks like we'll have a pretty good offensive line if we can stay healthy. So that's good news for Gino and also for Brees. Clearing out holes. So hopefully this is going to work out. Parham, the new left guard that we signed over from the Raiders, maybe some like familiarity with Gino there could make it a little easier. Who knows? But wishful thinking season is in full effect here for Jets fans like myself. So, all right. And then number 4 on these quick hits, Rex Ryan. So Rex Ryan visited minicamp. And I just thought this was worth noting because any Jets fan my age, even a little younger than me or older, knows what Rex did for the team, what he was capable of doing in terms of being a leader of men and rallying a team to play at their highest level. I have a huge soft spot for Rex. So whenever he comes back around, I'm happy to see it. He came out to see his son Seth, who is the passing game coordinator. Obviously Gino, he knows from his time there with Gino. But just kind of cool that he's in the building. And I just wanted to point it out and say, hey, I hope that Rex is in the building all year. That's good vibes to me. I think that might be something that could help us out. So, bringing Rex around, cool. 2 thumbs up from me. And then one more quick hit with the Jets. This is our 5th thing we'll talk about today, and that's Brendan Sorsby. It just came out that he's going to be actually going into the supplemental draft after this back and forth with his eligibility. And obviously, it seems like you could just find any court to just let you play football in college nowadays. But with all the backlash, he's going to the NFL, it seems like. So should the Jets take a swing here? I mean, we do have the draft capital. I would absolutely not want to give up a first round pick in the supplemental. I don't think any other team is going to do that either. And that kind of puts us in the catbird seat a little bit because the Raiders aren't going to go out and get him after they got Mendoza. So the Jets do have the possibility of offering up their third round, second round pick. I wouldn't really want to do the second, but that's kind of where you're starting to guarantee yourself to get him, in my opinion. So um, we'll see. We'll see. Really interesting little story there. Kind of like a lotto ticket. Um, it goes against what I was saying before about letting the chips ride with Gino. So obviously, this is New York. This is the Jets. We're going to talk about the young quarterback, the potential, but I don't know if it would be the right move. And I don't get the vibe from AG and the staff that that's a direction they'd want to go. So just keep it on the back burner for now. But all right, well that's it. That's the five quick hits on the New York Jets with me, Sean Wiedl. You can see my name on the screen there. I'm going to be making videos like this a lot moving forward. So if you like what I had to say, give the video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. This is my first full video on the Jets, so the production value is only going to get better. I'm only going to get smoother, hopefully. Um, but just wanted to talk about a few of these things and see if there's any like-minded Jets fans out there like me who want to touch on this stuff. So feel free to comment, like, share, do whatever you do on social media, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks.